Hi there, Brian McAboy with Inside Out Trading. Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite things to talk about because this is such a big deal. So many traders, me included, years ago, when you're struggling and you're just really, it's like, I really want to turn this around. I'm tired of being frustrated with it. The question usually comes up. It's like, why is this so stinking hard? I'm not stupid, and this doesn't look that tough. It looks pretty straightforward. Why am I having such a hard time with it? What the heck is going on? Because the answers generally they're not so easily seen with trading. They're not. Of course, some people they love to oversimplify it because they're selling you their strategy or their signal services, or maybe they got some woo-woo, psychological thing. But really, the answer to why this is so difficult when it really shouldn't be comes down to one simple thing. It comes down to an event that happened early in your trading career. And I've come to term this event, I call it the kiss of death for traders, because this is the one thing, the common event that happens for almost everybody that's struggling and struggling for a long time with trading. And this is what caused it all. It's not because you have some deep subconscious issue. I mean, if you maybe you do, but the majority of traders, you don't have some deep subconscious issue. Of course, our childhoods were traumatic. We were children, but we work through it, and that's why we're able to be fully functional, reasonably successful, above average individuals as adults. I mean, most traders are above average in intelligence, success, discipline, being able to amass money, all that kind of stuff. We've already demonstrated that, yeah, we work through all those issues. Otherwise, you wouldn't be in a position to trade. Trading is not where the average Joe shows up. It's not. You pretty much have to be above average to be in the trading game. And so you've already demonstrated that you have what it takes as a person. So you're sitting there thinking, and this comes up, and it's a big deal because I've had a lot of people come to me over the years, and again, they're very frustrated. They're like, Brian, what the heck's going on? Because I've got like my strategy, I believe in it, I think it's a good strategy, but I just can't seem to stick to it. I'm always shooting myself in the foot. What I need to fix is me. And so they're sitting there, they're thinking, and again, logically so, based on appearances, they're sitting there thinking, I must have some subconscious issue, some limiting belief, something I picked up along the way somewhere, but I need to fix me. And the thing is, they're right in a certain regard. There is something that needs to be fixed, but it's not them as a person. What's wrong is this kiss of death happened. This is what causes the struggle for nearly every single trader. And again, I fell prey to it too. I was fortunate that I was able to become aware of it and turn things around. It wasn't easy and it took a while to work through, but I was able to. Now here's what I'm talking about. Okay, so what's this big kiss of death? Well, okay, let me give you a little context and why this is such a common problem. And it does happen to pretty much everybody that gets into trading, almost everybody, very few exceptions. Almost everybody, because the nature of the trading space. I mean, you got basically a bunch of brokers out there. They're recruiting people. You got tons of people selling trading systems, work at home, business opportunity, retire, easy money, all that kind of stuff. There's tons of people they're selling trading systems or platforms or just financial opportunities and stuff like that. And they draw people into trading. And the thing is, almost all of them are teaching some sort of method or a system or a platform. And with the brokers, they'll have some clever whatever who just go and invest over here and you make all this money. And the thing is, so we buy into it and we learn enough to be dangerous, but not necessarily good at this because the preparation that we got for it was only good enough to get us started. And so we all start off really very unprepared for this job. But the problem is we start trading with real money before we're actually ready for the job. And this is not the kind of job where you can jump into it and learn as you go. That's the really hard way to learn this job. That's why in most trading books that you read about, they'll say anywhere from 5 to 22 years is how long it takes to become a proficient trader, because everybody gets off to this horrible start. We're not properly prepared before we start trading with real money. And the thing is, I was not taught how to trade. I was not taught how to be a trader. I was taught a method for trading, but that's not how to trade and how to be a trader, how to be a successful trader, how to be good at this, how to be successful at it. I was taught how to push buttons and move levers, but I was not taught how to be good at this. And this is a skill-based profession. And so what happens is with this kiss of death, as soon as you place that first trade and you're very unprepared and you really don't know what the hell's going on, you don't know that you're ready, that what you've got works, and you've proven by your own hands that, yeah, you know it works, you know that you're solid trading it. You start way before that. If you're starting off, again, the kiss of this, when you place that first trade and you're way underprepared for this job, and you begin trading with real money in this very unprepared state. Again, I did the same thing. And the consequence, what happens is we start trading with real money and we don't know what we're doing. We're trying to figure it out. We're trying to make money. We're trying not to blow up our account. We're trying to deal with all this, trying to deal with what we're going through mentally and emotionally. And we don't know what the heck we're doing. But we're going through it. We're experiencing it. And we're trading at the same time. And so we have all these emotions and thoughts and perspectives that are getting wired into us because we're in an emotional state. It's stressful. And we're mostly out of our comfort zones. And the problem is, like my first year of trading, most of that first year, I was practicing bad trading. I mean, that's really all I was doing every day. I was emotional trading. I was jumping from system to system and chasing the trades all the time, just whatever strategy I had at the time. If I was even bothering with one at the time. It's like, no, I'm just, hey, it looks like that's a move over there. And I jump in on that trade, doing all kinds of stupid stuff because I didn't know what the heck I was doing. And so I'm practicing all this bad trading. Yeah, not placing stops, moving stops, hesitating, all this kind of stuff. That's what I was doing all day, every day. And that was my training that I was getting as a trader. That's a mental training I was getting that, yeah, this is what trading is normally like. It's an emotional, activity inherently, which is not true, but that's one of the perspectives that we take on in those early months and years or weeks and sometimes years. And so the problem with that is that's what gets wired into us. This is how trading is. This is what it feels like. This is what we should expect. This is how I am as a trader. And all these things get wired into our head and our body and our subconscious and our emotional state and our emotional responses and the associations that we have with what we see and to what happens and the meaning that we assign to everything. All this stuff's going on mentally, doing horrible damage to us as we're just trying to be good traders and make money. But all this crap is happening to us that works totally against that. And it's going on for weeks and months and sometimes years. And that's why it becomes so difficult to overcome, because we went through such a long period of this is how we were getting wired. And we didn't, and the solutions that were being offered to us, just be more disciplined, figure out how to control your emotions. Or hey, just try this new system. It's magic. It'll fix everything. No, those don't fix the problem. Those don't make you a competent, skilled, proficient, knowing trader. They don't. They just kind of reinforce the problem because they're generally not effective. It's like, okay, I'm just going to keep trying harder and I'll be more focused. I'll be more disciplined. Ah, crap, another one blew up. And then we're just reinforcing all the old patterns again. And that's what sends so many traders off to ruin. And what's wild about it is, again, we're an above average group, not stupid, not lazy. We're hardworking, intelligent, above average, sincere, generally very capable people. But we got wired wrong at the beginning of our career. And that's what sends us off on the path to ruin. And that's why it becomes so hard to break, because we don't see it. We just think that this is what's normal. And the thing is, until you can go through a proper training where now you're having a different experience with your trading, where you're gaining different perspectives and you're doing things differently and you're doing the new things that you haven't done before, and the things that you used to do, you're doing them differently. That's how you rewire your head properly for consistent execution, for having confidence going to the markets. You have to change your experience. You can't think your way out of psychological challenges. And so the kiss of death, the psychological issues that almost everybody's dealing with in trading don't come from outside of trading. They come from your trading experience. They really do. The lack of good training, the lack of preparation, and the getting active, trading real money before you were prepared. That's what did all the damage. And the only way to get around this, if you got a really good hypnotherapist, maybe they could help you with it, but that's still, they're not going to give you the skills that you need, but they might be able to help you with some of the other stuff. What you really need is you need proper training on the skills that you need so that you replace all your fears with confidence. You rewire your nervous system, your emotional structure, and your head through having a different experience. That's how you overcome the psychological challenges. And once you do, and then you get back to being you, the normal, competent, above average person that you were before you started trading, yeah, now all of a sudden trading really isn't any more challenging than your regular day job. And here's some further proof. The job that you do outside of trading, I would bet you money that it's more sophisticated and more complex than trading is, but you handle it just fine. Your regular day job probably is not something that the average Joe can just walk off the street and do. You're not doing an entry-level job, but you handle it just fine. It's a challenging job and you handle it just fine. And the thing is, it's not a big emotional ride. You don't have any psychological challenges with it. And trading, when you're properly prepared, just like with your day job, you got the proper preparation and training for it. You know, you've got a handle on it. Same thing with trading. When you have a solid handle on it, when you're properly prepared, when you're properly trained, it's really no more of an emotional ride than a regular day job. You know, get up, we trade. Some days are better than others, but generally, you know, end of the day, cool. We live life, get up and do it again tomorrow. Cool. Not stuff that's causing you to lose sleep and lose money and feel bad about yourself, all that kind of stuff. No, it gets very routine. And that's what's cool. I mean, yeah, is it still enjoyable? Sure. But it's not a big emotional ride. It's not a big struggle. It's not a big stress pit. So anyway, I call it the kiss of death because that really, like I said, so much damage is done there and it's very specific to your trading experience. And until that gets fixed by having a different experience with your trading, until you get it fixed, that's what causes so many traders to trade for years without ever turning the corner. You can't just keep beating your head on the rock and someday magically things are going to turn around. It's like you have to actually take the proper action to turn things around. So if you'd like to talk about what's going on with your trading, what kind of stuff you've been running into, what the obstacles that you're facing are, what are the gaps in the training that you got or didn't get, and you know what you need to do to address that. If you'd like to talk about that, swing by insideouttrading.com. At the top of the page, it says the link says book a call with Brian, book a call with me. We can talk about your situation, what you've been dealing with, what you need to do to get past it. And if I'm the one to help you out, cool. Be more than happy. We can have that conversation. If somebody else would be more appropriate to help you because of your particular situation, cool. I have lots of good colleagues in the space, people with good integrity. They'll take good care of you. But don't just sit there and keep beating your head on a rock thinking that somehow things are going to magically turn around if you just keep trading. It doesn't work that way. And that's the most expensive, longest road to becoming a successful trader there is to just keep trading, thinking that things are just going to somehow magically turn around. So swing by Inside Out Trading, book a call with me. We'll talk about your situation. I hope this has been helpful. If it has, give me a like and a subscribe down below. Leave me a comment if you like. If you got friends who trade, share it with them, post it on your social channels. Don't just sit there and keep settling for less than desirable results from your trading. You don't have to. You're capable. You just need the right help. So hope this has been helpful. We'll talk to you soon. Cheers.